Hey there, my dear friend. It's Paul here, your 80-year-old pal, still kicking and still loving life, even when my knees sometimes sound like a popcorn machine. I wanted to share something with you tonight, something that's been a bit of a revelation for me. We all know how tricky sleep can get as we get older, right? Those nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if you're auditioning for the role of insomniac of the year. I've been there more times than I care to admit. Sometimes it felt like my brain had its own late-night talk show, complete with commercials and guest stars. But after years of struggling, I've found a few bedtime rituals, 6 to be exact, that have helped me sleep deeper and wake up feeling like I've actually been to sleep, not just taken a tour through the land of toss and turn. And if you ask me, these habits have done more than just improve my nights. I believe they've added years to my days. Now, I'm not some fancy doctor with a white coat and a clipboard, just a regular old guy sharing what's worked for me. So pour yourself a warm cup of something calming, and no, not a double espresso. Settle into your favorite chair or bed, and let me tell you all about these bedtime rituals that have made a world of difference. Ritual 1. The golden hour without screens. Let's start with the beast in the room, those darn screens. Phones, tablets, TVs, and all their glowing glory. I confess, I used to be a screen addict, sneak in one more episode or scrolling endlessly through news and social media when I should have been sleeping. And what did that get me? Bloodshot eyes, a racing mind, and mornings that felt like I'd wrestled a grizzly. Here's the science bit. Screens emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Your body's natural sleep hormone, melatonin, gets suppressed. So that just 5 more minutes turns into an hour or more of wakefulness. I made a rule for myself. 1 hour before bedtime, I turn off all screens. Yes, all of them. It wasn't easy at first. I'd sit there, phone in hand, feeling like I was breaking up with a longtime friend. But instead of doom and gloom, I found a new world opened up. During this golden hour, I pick up a real book, paper pages, the smell of ink, all that old school magic. I like spy novels and mysteries, and I even sneak in some poetry because, well, I'm fancy like that. Reading calms my mind in a way that scrolling never did. I even make it fun, pretending I'm a secret agent on a covert mission in my bedroom headquarters. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. One night, I stayed up too late reading and ended up dreaming I was chased by spies through the grocery store. Not the worst dream for an old guy. Ritual 2. A warm bath or foot soak. Now, this might sound like a luxury, but trust me, a warm bath or even a simple foot soak is pure magic for an old body. I remember a time when my shoulders felt like they'd been carrying the weight of the world all day, and stepping into a warm bath was like sliding into heaven. If you don't have a bathtub, a basin with warm water and some Epsom salts for your feet works wonders. The warmth relaxes muscles and gently raises your body temperature. When you step out, your body cools down, sending signals to your brain that it's time to wind down and get ready for sleep. I add a few drops of lavender oil to the water. It smells heavenly and has been known for centuries to help with sleep. Sometimes I put on some soft music and imagine I'm at a fancy spa, sipping cucumber water. Don't tell anyone, but I do a little toe wiggle dance to the music. It might be silly, but it makes me smile. And isn't that part of the trick? Ritual 3. Gentle stretching or yoga. Okay, I can almost hear you groaning. Paul, yoga, really? Don't worry, I'm not talking about contorting yourself into a pretzel. Just some gentle stretching, the kind that helps loosen tight muscles and relax the body. I start with neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, and slow arm stretches overhead. It helps release tension that builds up during the day. I pair these movements with deep breathing, In through the nose, out through the mouth, and suddenly the noisy chatter in my head starts to quiet down. I used to think yoga was only for the young and flexible, but now I see it as a beautiful way to honor our bodies. If you want, I'd be happy to share my favorite easy stretches. No complicated poses, just slow, gentle movement. And just to lighten things up, why did the senior bring a ladder to yoga class? Because they heard the poses were highly recommended. I still chuckle every time I think about it. Ritual 4. Mindful journaling. Now this was a tough one for me. I used to think, Paul, you're too old to be scribbling in a journal. But putting pen to paper before bed became a kind of therapy. Every night I keep a small notebook by my bed. I write down 3 things I'm grateful for that day. Sometimes it's the little stuff, like a good cup of coffee or a funny joke my neighbor told me. Other times it's bigger things, like spending time with family or a peaceful moment in the garden. I also jot down any worries or thoughts swirling in my mind. Writing them down helps me unload those pesky thoughts instead of carrying them into dreamland. It's like telling your brain, I see you, but it's time to rest now. If your mind races at night, try this. You might be surprised how calming it is. Ritual 5. A cup of herbal tea. Ah, the humble cup of herbal tea. Chamomile, peppermint, valerian root, these little brews are like warm hugs in a mug. I avoid caffeine after noon and steer clear of sugary drinks at night. And while some swear by a nightcap of wine, I learned the hard way that alcohol might knock you out, but it wrecks your sleep quality. One night I told my granddaughter chamomile was the secret potion of the wise. She gave me a skeptical look, but later snuck a sip when she thought I wasn't watching. Ritual 6. Consistent sleep schedule. Now last but absolutely not least, sticking to a regular sleep schedule. I know it sounds like your parents nagged you about, but our bodies thrive on routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day keeps your internal clock ticking nicely. I used to be a night owl, watching late infomercials or reading way past my bedtime, then sleeping in till noon. That caught up with me fast. Now I aim for lights out by 10 p.m. and up by 6 a.m. Not always perfect, but the consistency has made a world of difference. Try shifting your bedtime just 15 minutes earlier tonight and see if your morning feels different. So there you have it, 6 bedtime rituals from your old pal Paul. These habits have given me deeper, more restful sleep and a zest for life that surprises even me. If you're enjoying this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own bedtime tips. Let's build a community that helps each other live better and sleep well. Remember, friend, sleep is sacred. Treat it well, and it will treat you well in return. Wishing you peaceful nights and bright mornings. Your friend, Paul.